Hi guys, Bekah here. Welcome to my video series, Everyday English Every Day. All right, today we're having a different kind of video. We're doing conversation practice. We're gonna be talking about living in New York City during COVID. And we're gonna have like practice for you to give your opinion. So what do you think type of questions to really reflect on. You can practice by sharing in the comments below, and then I can review your work and give you some feedback. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and give my videos a like. Check out vagaroo.com. It's an awesome English language learning platform that gives you lots of opportunities to practice English every single day. The idea is to make it part of your everyday life, right? And opportunities to use what you learn in conversational webinars for practice during the week. It's a great community. You have support and you really spend time with real people, right? Building relationships. So check out the free trial at vagaroo.com. All right, so I had a conversation with Josh and Leanne, and they live in New York City. Josh is an old family friend of mine, and I wanted to find out what it was like living in New York City. So we're going to talk about these questions. Listen for what you think could answer these questions during our conversation. Let's practice the questions together. Repeat after me. What are pedestrian streets according to this conversation? What does "I hope it sticks" mean? Describe how life is spilling out on the streets. How has life gotten weirder during COVID? All right, so let's listen to the conversation that I had with Josh and Leanne.
It was weird because it's really not New York. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It was
like, well, yelling at people is New York.
Yeah, that's fair. So I don't know. March, April, May, really March, April were really weird here.
And when you go to restaurants, are bars open? Like our bars have been closed. We're just opening bars up again. No, everything.
So things are open outside. Mm-hmm. And actually one thing that's been kind of cool about this is that restaurants and bars have been allowed to just be out and open on the street. Uh-huh. So like there's like a street in our neighborhood, and really I feel like every neighborhood has like a street where they've just like closed the street and made it a pedestrian street, and then the cool. Bars and restaurants are allowed to open or just like put tables out into the street. And right. Even if it's not like that, they're allowed to put tables out into like the parking lanes. Mm-hmm. And that's not normal. Like for New York.
That's crazy.
And it's kind of awesome. I hope that this
sticks. Pretty cool. Can you take a picture of it?
Yeah,
totally.
It's cool.
Send it to me.
It's kind of fun just to like see like life spilling out on the streets, because we didn't see that for a very long time. Yeah. Just like life.
And so bars and restaurants are open outside. Mm-hmm. And there's bars have like weird rules where you're not allowed to order alcohol without ordering food. And so places that were just bars have figured out ways to serve food in a way that like gets them to be able to allow to serve alcohol. Right. It's kind of this weird thing. But even then, like you have to like have a table and you sit at your table, right? It's not like a standard bar.
I read things that like don't come up to the bar to get a drink in a place that just opened here. You know, you have to sit at your table. Yeah.
It's like you stand in a line outside, you go in, you order your drink, you get it, and you leave, and then the next person goes in. It makes life weirder.
Yeah.
But like, if you can get past
But if you're like sitting down after like the second drink and you're with friends, it just feels so good.
It almost feels
yeah. Right. You got to take any kind of normal you can get sometimes, right?
True.
I know. Man, it's crazy. I know. I wonder. I mean, I don't know when we'll come home. I was hoping we could come home for like just.
All right. So let's talk about some of these questions and some of these statements. What are pedestrian streets according to this conversation? Well, a pedestrian is someone who walks, right? So a pedestrian street is a street that has no more cars driving on it, right? It's made just for walking. I remember when I lived in Florida, first Friday of every month, they would close down one of the streets and have a pedestrian street and have people like vendors set up so people could gather and have kind of like a street festival. Do you have any pedestrian streets where you live? Tell me about it in the comments below. I hope it sticks. So something that sticks is like, it stays to something. So if I have a sticker or if I have like a Post-it note, right, those stick, they have a sticky back. So if something sticks, it stays around. So that means it's not going to change, right? It's going to stick, it's going to stay. So Josh really liked the idea of having, you know, these places that you can eat on the streets, you know, they're kind of like, they said life is spilling out on the streets, right? They're using the streets as like their dining areas. So he likes that, right? He likes having the pedestrian streets. So he hopes it stays around even after COVID. I don't know what's happening now. This is a new summer starting and we're still in the thick of COVID really, right? So I'm pretty sure they'll still be popular this summer 2021. And the life spilling out on the street is people are using their streets for different uses, right? New York City doesn't have a lot of outdoor area, right? It's a big city with buildings, skyscrapers lining the roads. So it's a very different vibe, right? People are usually walking fast up and down the streets. There's lots of traffic and taxis, and now it's different. So how has life gotten weirder? Remember, weird is like strange, not the same. It's not necessarily always bad, but it is different. So they were talking about when you go to a bar, you know, all bars have to sell food. You can't just go and get drinks. You have to order food. So that's different. You can't go up to the bar to get a drink. You have to sit at your table and wait for someone to give you a drink, or get a drink and then go right outside. So there's lots of things that have gotten weird during COVID. Share with me below and let me know what's gotten weird where you live. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. I hope to see you all soon. You can check out Vagaru, right, online, and you can come into some webinars. So check out vagaru.com, and you can also find us at Aprende Inglés en Vagaru. Okay, it's a Facebook page. Feel free to email me if you have any questions. And these are some other places you can follow me on Facebook, right? Raising My Vibration is one of my private groups. And then Everyday English Every Day with Bekah on Facebook too. All right, guys. Bye-bye. Have a great one.